on a rainbow. it down, down.
Light as a feather when I'm floating through, reading through the daily news, measuring the hurt within the golden rule. Centimeters of ether, I'm heating the speaker. Motivational teacher with words that burn people. Singing the headlines, line with discord. It's either genocide or the planet in uproar. Never good. The rules in paradise are never nice. The best laid plans of mice and men are never right. I'm just a vagabond with flowers for Algernon, an average Joe who knows what the fuck is going on. It's the hope of my thoughts that I travel upon. Fly like an arrow of God until I'm gone. So drifting away like a feather in air, letting my words take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater. So I'm drifting away like a feather in air, letting my soul take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater.
Taking chances, word tap dancing with wolves in the ice arena out there deep in the woods of Arizona. The sun be out, life's ironic, ain't it? Trying to be Dali when I write surreal life, I painted vivid. Habitat crazy, insane. Watching propaganda, 6 o'clock news and insane. Cultures clash, all black folk and white trash. They rebel in the cyberspace that might crash. Dash to millennium, a million miles are running. At the speed of now, bound no return gunning. Rambo, now gun, hold child gunning. Ambo, plow 2 times loud, stunning. Stunning, when they hit ya, lift you off the earth like, hey yo, take you right back to earth. And niggas wonder why, they might wonder why this shit might happen, but it does. They go,
drifting away like a feather in air, letting my words take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater. So I'm drifting away like a feather in air, letting my soul take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater. Treat you better than me, a coal to a diamond, eyes forever shining. Your beauty alone inspire a nigga to rhyming. Thinking of the better things in life, thinking of how I could persuade you to become my wife. Hand in hand as we floating over tropical sands. You my lady, I'm your man, so let's further advance to the next scene. Me sleeping next to you resting. You're the personification of all God's blessings. Coming to me in just one physical being, one physical dream that I want to redeem. Yo, voluptuous, sweet caramel, brown honeydew, satin skin smooth to the touch. What a nigga do, so sensual. Her smile like a chemical extract of perfection. Rare mineral, she smell like a happy birthday on a Thursday. Quiet time, love, sleep in, awake early. Honey brown with the long black hair, teasing me with a kiss and a stare. Slight touch and you taking me there. So fine and it just ain't fair. So beautiful and so damn rare. She's angelic and energetic, using sex as a weapon. I reckon that I confess in the body is just a blessing from God down to earth. She needs to be in the church to prove we didn't spawn from fish, but God's work. Hurts to see her glow, cause her body beholds secrets untold, value like platinum and gold. But she is the key to open my mind and see the energy that radiates from the gates of heavenly bliss. I reminisce over touching a kiss while you fucking the bitch. I go to make blood of my miss. Never scandalous, it's unanimous. After you were handling lights off and candlelit rooms are glamorous. So I call you love sexual, you look edible. Parallel, snuggle up close, intellectual. In a rendezvous, who was you a rap hairdo? No makeup, but jeans, shorts, open toe shoe. I wanna hold you, mold your soul, I behold you, know you. Better than myself, never own you, but keep you, never leave you, I beseech you. God's gift to man is you wearing a see-through. Riding sea dunes in Atlantic Ocean, causing commotion. Lay you down, going through the motions. Keep the skin soft lotions, got me coasting. Down pretty round brown thighs, again a slow lady brown with the long black hair. Teasing me with the kiss and the stare. Slight touch and you're taking me there. So fine and it just ain't fair. So beautiful and so damn rare. Yo. Look at this agreeable, delightful, delectable, unforgettable, so sweet she may be edible. She's a pedestal, a step out of heaven. You ready, boo? Never hypothetical, you facts. Fuck theatrical, baby girl, because you actual. Physically, your chemistry is so mathematical. How to use academics to define your spirit. You lifted my limits, your name off on my tongue is a lyric. She's a compilation of my mind's representation of a representative, representing an excellent revelation of time and dedication. Never impatient, she know the deal. Her stuff to me, so I can see her heavenly ways and heavenly gaze. And plus I know her that she hasn't asked for days. Okay, so as we lay, I reminisce on the day that we met. Please God, never let me forget.
Whenever you are feeling blue, keep walking and we can't get far. like a move that I can't predict, like a look that I can't resist. The tingling feeling was so mutual. The lingering appeal was so unusual. Herbally, what is medicine to a lone soul can become poisonous. With the whole city fast asleep, how cold true vision seem to come to the eye. Take hold of a prophet in me most visibly. I see clear when the world doesn't show it to me. It's so hard to make sense in the cycle of billing, trying to find a reason to quit and make a killing. I mean, my thinking is wishful, like a star upon a child staring down from the ceiling. How far do we have to stretch the picture before pixelating the human texture? We can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister. Let's save it all up for one ultimate prize. Homecoming gathering with the big surprise. Throw on your favorite record that's good to go on an analog table and a circuit blow. Sit back with easy, hear the MC flow. Hi-hat, kick drum, all the highs and lows. It's funny how the music put towns in perspective. How the soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you feel the blue, keep walking and we can't get far. Third time the charm. Hopefully when a time on your door you still let me in after all these years. The room that you caved in my heart is exactly the same as you left it. I realize that you have moved on. New styles and clicks like them silent flicks. I'm speechless in this golden occasion. The beautiful expression on the silver creation. This time I like to keep in touch. I'm a little bit wiser, a whole lot tougher. If I suffer through another nightmare tonight, we'll chalk it up as another chapter to write. Or right or wrong or somewhere down the middle of the road. I wanna see you again in the scene with the backdrop a perfect 10. And the music can take us back to the spot right then. From black and white to a sepia tone. Some dreams come with a tint or monochrome. From black and white to my skin tone. Some dreams have a stint on this microphone. It's funny how the music put times in perspective. Add a soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you feel the blue, keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are. Okay, we can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister. Just break it all down in the piece of bright moments that pass by like a meteorite. Throw on your favorite jacket and you're good to roll on the analog trail and you look the road. Just stroll through the trees and let your miseries go. Sunshine, hurricane, all the highs and lows. All the highs and lows. The highs and lows. We can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister. Just break it all down in a piece of right moments that pass by like a meteorite. Alright, alright, alright. Sharp like an edge of a samurai sword, the mental blade cut through flesh and bone. Though my mind's at peace, the world out of order. Listen, then the heat that gets colder. Oh yes, I have to find my path. No less walk on earth, water and fire. The elements compose a magnum. Opens my modus operandi is a now gun. Steel packed tight in my chrome. Chip on my armor, a sign of all pro. The ultimate reward is dining out of wars at odds with the times of wars with no lords. A freelancer, a battle cry of a hawk, make a dove fly and a tear dry. Wonder why a lone wolf don't run with the clan, only trust in this fear, with the fear fly over the blue yonder, where the sky meets the sea and I meets no I and boy meets world and became a man and served the word to say the day, the night, and the girl too. Some days, some nights, some live, some die, and the way of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, sun up, the sun down, the sons of a bad ride. Some days, some nights, some live, some die, in the name of the samurai. Some fight, some bleed, sun up, the sun
firmament. Under the deeper into uncertainty, the unknown has shown grace, but yet the third degree. Lessons from the truth moves closer, so can you pay the fee? From A to B, cascade brain, I hate to be voice of the last starfighter. I am Esquire, shape of my skull beholds. I am the star child, sightless, going beyond the song, timeless. Right, righteous, but what's left is really priceless. Treat me how you wanna be, but suddenly you're hunting me. Yes, the sky is falling, chicken little. Don't you love to be screaming out the obvious, but never saying help me? Just too much to handle in the world, now we melting. Save it to the heart to drive and count the stars until I cry. Flowers in the final view, the world is ending, come inside graceful. When we gone, the earth will write a fable. Seas will rejoice and the skies will rise faithful. Sun still sets and the buildings will still crumble. Meek inherit the earth, the comfort of the humble. Just setting the mood, come closer, I hug you. Say I love you right before the sky tumbles. Put it in the atmosphere, raise it up until we're near. Touching on the face of God, maybe now he's gonna hear. Joy coming in the morning, most of us will shed a tear. Looking at the final act, hoping that we hold it dear. Put it in the atmosphere, raise it up until we're near. Touching on the face of God, maybe now he's gonna hear. Joy coming in the morning, most of us will shed a tear. Looking at the final act, hoping that we hold it dear. Mission of the schism, a minor key in the wisdom. Put it to the chamber and let it go to the rhythm. I move it to the ocean and break it out of the prison. World full of wonder, I wonder if I will live it. Full to my abilities with super high fidelity. Put it to the tide of life, but still it's just an elegy. Screaming to the closest cloud and watch it as it's coming down. Sun setting in the morning while the moon is touch the ground crazy. Like learning that you're about to have a baby. Two coming together, forming a better maybe. Raising the glass ceiling, the feeling so amazing. Like music playing while the sky's fading, praying for safety. Quiet in a deeper soul, speaking through the notes and told deeper meanings of being dedication on one accord. Let's begin, measure of the moment till the world ends. Space between the breaths is eternity as the earth spins. Smile as a child do, listening to mother's tunes. Weight is on my shoulders, but its color is a shade of blue. Put it in the atmosphere, raise it up until we're near. Touching on the face of God, maybe now he's gonna hear. Joy coming in the morning, most of us will shed a tear. Looking at the final act, hoping that we hold it dear. Put it in the atmosphere, raise it up until we're near. Touching on the face of God, maybe now he's gonna hear. Joy coming in the morning, most of us will shed a tear. Looking at the final act, hoping that we hold it dear.
get that shit in style. Joint sound hitting now, freestyle or written down. Flow is played out, money, you need to get that shit in style. Joint sound hitting now, freestyle or written down. Flow is played out, money, you need to get that shit in style.